and it will happen.
All right, let's switch on to the club focus for today. It's going to be on Arsenal FC. I'm talking about the London club right there, Arsenal. Which one we are focusing on points today? The talking point today for our club focus going to be on Arsenal. We want to talk about their next season expectations. I'm going to start with you, Irate. Irate, what do you think about Arsenal going into this next season? Their transfers so far, and what's their expectation? What do you think? Talk to me, Irate. Talk to me.
I think they've actually done good business. I mean, not just with Havertz, but also Timber, who I think is a promising young centre back. He can also play at DM and also at right back. Very versatile, strong on the ball, ability to read the game. He's a very, very good defender. I mean, I was able to see him firsthand when Liverpool played Ajax home and away last season. It was very good. So I think he's a great addition to the team. Kai Havertz, not so sure. He didn't have the best of seasons at Chelsea. And even the manager himself has said he's still looking forward to see where Kai Havertz would play. So that will be interesting. But they've also signed Declan Rice, and I feel like they've improved on certain positions like the defensive midfield. I think Declan Rice, for me, I would have him over Thomas Partey. And also Timber, I'm thinking he's probably going to slot in at right back for Ben White. So for me, they are great additions to the team, and also the fact that they'll be playing in Champions League, they are able to rotate resources and make sure that for every game they have the players with the ability to play the game and get results for them. So you can't take anything out from the transfers they've made so far. It's been good. I think they would be there around contesting probably again next season and ultimately make the top four. But the one thing Arteta has done very well is making sure that as they are in the Champions League, they are using that opportunity to get the players they need to remain competitive. I remember Klopp doing the same in his first full season when he got to Liverpool, making sure that you're getting the right players so that you are always there season by season. So for me, their transfer window, like I said, has been very, very good, and I expect them to be challenging for the title next season because they've spent a huge amount of money already. Let's call a spade a spade. So if Arteta cannot challenge again next season for the title, then questions will be asked of him. So with what he has spent, he has no choice but to deliver this time around. So I think not too much pressure, but probably a little pressure on Arteta just to get over the line this time next season.
All right, Kunle, I'm going to switch over to you, Kunle. What do you think about Arsenal as a club focus going to the next season? I'm talking about the next season expectations for Arsenal. Kunle, do you have any contrary opinion about Arsenal going into the next season? Do you have any take?
For me, I don't have any issues with us for next season because I actually think they are doing very well. They are getting very good. They are getting very good players. I mean, and it goes to tell you that they actually want to build on from where they stopped last season. Because I mean, like they were so close to the title, but they didn't get it. So it only makes sense to go for players that can strengthen the team, players that fit into what Mikel Arteta wants and how he wants to set up the team. So I think these are very good players. I mean, these are very young players, promising players, players with prospects, players who still have their best years ahead of them. So I think it's been a very good transfer. It's been a very good transfer window for them. We saw the players they signed last season. We saw the players they signed in January, and now they are making some very, very good transfers. So I think it's going to be a very good one for Arsenal this season. They were competitive last season, and there's expectation that they will carry on from their next season. So I think they are actually getting the right crop of players, and I'm very sure that we should be seeing them turn up and put in some good performances once the season kicks off next month.
All right. Well, that's for Arsenal. I think they see. Do they still have a problem with Declan Rice? Irate. They've not announced They've
Yeah, I
not.
think the deal should be going through today. Unfailingly, I think it should be completed today.
Okay.
And it will be interesting also to see what formation Ateta will be playing
I'll be
next
playing.
season.
That's in fact that's the next question I want to ask you because
Yes.
adding Kai now, I think there was a quote somewhere when people are it was saying they will still they're still looking for where they want to use him. I'm not sure whether you hear of that.
Yeah, I mean, I read it, which is quite funny from a manager who just spent 65 million on a player. He's
Yes,
saying it's still trying to figure out where he would play.
play.
So for me, I think he wants to play him in central midfield alongside Odegaard and Rice. I think he's going to go with Pep's formation from last season, the 3-1, 3-2, 4 or 4-1 formation, if I'm correct. So I think that's what he will be trying to play. So for the three midfield slots, it would be Rice sitting, then Odegaard and Havertz. I mean, it has its pros and cons. One big con it has is if the midfield is being overrun, can Odegaard and Havertz put in the tackles? Are they able to
Yeah.
have that defensive ability to help Rice? I'm not
Mm.
sure Havertz and Odegaard can. So they can easily get overrun in midfield. And also, if you're playing that formation, like I've said several times, Pep used Stones in that formation to good effect. And that's because Stones was playing in two roles. Will you have a player dropping in from midfield into center half just to
Yeah.
cover that defensive part and form a partnership quickly?
Mm.
So it's a formation that is interesting to play, but there are so many elements to it, and if you don't get it right, you might get beaten. So, but I think that's what Arteta will try to do next season. Probably have Timber, Gabriel, and Saliba as the center halves, and then maybe Partey and Rice in midfield. So, but it will be interesting to see what formation he is going to be using next season.
Yes. All right. All right. Margaret, is there anything you want to add to this Arsenal as our club focus for today? Margaret. I think I lost her there. Margaret, can you hear me loud and clear? Can you hear me? No.
Yes, I can hear you, Don.
Yeah, I just want to. Well, is there anything you want to chip in into this club focus on Arsenal? What's your own view on Arsenal so far, going to the next season? The expectations.
Well, nothing more. They've said it all. I think Arsenal are actually in for this season.
Yeah,
Last season, they saw what they actually do. So I'm sure that they're not going to be a pushover this season. They're meant for business. So I'm
absolutely.
going to see how Arteta. But like Iris says, my worries is him trying to figure out where he's going to play Kai Havertz. I actually don't know if that's a mind game. He started playing mind games so early, trying to think about where to position him. So let me just take it as a mind game because as a coach, as a manager, for you to get a player, you already have in mind where you're going to
Where
play
you want
him.
to
You
play
don't
him?
just buy a player just because you just want to buy him, just because he's available, but because you already have a plan for him. So I'm just going to take his statement as an early mind game. That's all.
All right, all right. Let's switch on. Let's move on to the next one. Dele Ali open up about childhood trauma. Irate, I want to start off with you with this that came